Tonight on DC News Now. Thousands of dock workers striking at dozens of U.S. ports.
They made billions and billions and billions of dollars. We want them to pay back.
Their demands for coming back to work and what it could mean for your wallet.
Hey everyone, tracking increasing clouds, but sunshine, it is on the way. I'll show you when coming up.
Helping the victims of Hurricane Helene.
It's really restoring my faith in this community to see everybody coming together.
The people coming from hours away, donating water and supplies for families in desperate need, a state away.
A judge ruling a UMD student group can hold a vigil on October 7th.
It shows that we're making progress and showing that we can have free speech on this campus.
Why the university initially blocked the event and the safety plan they're now putting together.
Big changes are coming to DC's holiday market.
I mean, more the merrier.
Why there will be 2 this year, with the original one moving to DuPont Circle.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Tonight there is a strike at 36 ports along the entire eastern seaboard and the Gulf Coast. We're talking about 45,000 union dock workers have been off the job since midnight when union and port officials, they could not reach an agreement on a new contract.
And this is a look at those picket lines happening in New Orleans, New York City, Mobile, Alabama, and Norfolk, Virginia. There's been no word of any potential agreement between the two groups. So for now, there's no end in sight for the strike. The strike is happening at ports from Maine all the way to Texas and includes the port of Baltimore.
And that's where we find DC News Now's Kevon Dupree, who talked to workers who have been walking off the job.
Members of the International Longshoremen's Association have been out here all day, as you can see over my shoulder. Now, they've been walking around in a circle, as you can see, chanting with bullhorns and carrying signs with different messages on them. They're asking for 2 things, more pay and a total ban on automation.
We gonna shut it down! Shut it down!
Dock workers at 36 ports along our nation's east and Gulf Coast refusing to return to work until their demands are met.
Social Security. You know, we got to look out for our health care. You know, it's a lot to those automation things.
The ILA released a statement saying in part, quote, ILA longshore workers deserve to be compensated for the important work they do. In Baltimore, hundreds of ILA members gathered at the entrance of the Dundalk Marine Terminal, chanting and holding signs that read, no work without a fair contract, profit over people is unacceptable, and machines don't feed families. A number of people concerned what the strike could do to the price of everyday items if a new contract doesn't fall into place soon.
They're going to go up. They've been going up. Shelves are going to be bare. I don't see a full-blown panic, but people do get scared, and we'll start to hoard.
Officials say the ILA and the U.S. Maritime Alliance were in talks for negotiations on Monday, but as of right now, there has been no resolution. Reporting in Baltimore, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Widespread impact. All right, let's get a first check, though, on the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
All right, I'm looking forward to sunshine, Janessa. I'm feeling a little glum at this point.
Yeah, we need a transition. It's going to happen by Thursday. Tomorrow is still kind of a great day, so we'll make it through. We're almost there. We're done with the rainfall. We do have a few light to scattered showers happening right now farther west of the district, 67 under overcast skies. So winds are minimal, but the visibility continues to go down from Woodstock out towards Winchester, Martinsburg as well. It has been hovering for our western communities where we've been dealing with low visibility, and it's due to that rain that continues to kind of meander across that region. The rest of the area is dealing with ground clutter, and so no big concerns except for these flood warnings for the higher terrain from Winchester to Martinsburg that'll stay in place for really the next 24 hours. Temperatures are quite cool. We're in the lower 60s, upper 60s in most locations of the DMV. Let's talk about tomorrow morning. As you're kicking off your day, we'll start off with mostly cloudy skies. One more gray day before winds start to shift, and we'll bask in some sunshine. We'll look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa. Meanwhile, tonight, southeastern states, they are reeling from damage from Hurricane Helene. 159 people have died, and so far, more than 150,000 households have registered for assistance with FEMA. That number is expected to rise rapidly in the coming days. President Biden plans to visit both North and South Carolina tomorrow. And in North Carolina, the governor there saying more than 24 water plants remain closed and are not producing any water. Meanwhile, a few auto shops in Virginia, they're leading the charge to get much needed aid to the hardest hit neighborhoods. DC News Now's Max Marcilla shows us a team effort from a shop in Haymarket.
When the owners of Bull Run 4x4 and Auto Care saw the images of what Helene did to North Carolina, they knew they had to do something. They heard from their customers who also wanted to help but didn't know how. So they decided this was the place to do that, to bring their community together to help another community in their greatest time of need. This trailer is about to take the long drive down to Greensboro, North Carolina. It began empty, and within hours, Jeep customer or not, donations started flooding in.
We're somehow all connected in a community.
Co-owner Natalia Miller helped organize the effort. She's not alone, and those donating recognize that.
You've got competitor shops that are binding together to do this.
Shops in Sterling and Louisa, Virginia, not competing for customers today. They're just trying to get as much aid to Helene's hardest hit areas as soon as possible.
I did a Katrina trip very similar to this in 2005 where we brought supplies down, and it feels and looks very similar.
Dave Warner and Stephanie Williams each asked people to give money and then went on shopping sprees, and all of their purchases, the water, diapers, pet food, and canned soup, now all in the trailer.
It warms my heart in a tragic time.
Through unimaginable tragedy.
It's heart-wrenching. You look at these roads, these buildings, these businesses, homes, and I can't even imagine that amount of destruction in this community that we live in.
Help from neighbors hours away.
It's really restoring my faith in this community to see everybody coming together.
Well, you just saw that trailer is almost all full of donations. The crew says they're still taking additional items on Wednesday, and if they need to, they'll make a second trip down to North Carolina next week. Reporting in Haymarket, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Oh, such big hearts there, Max. Thank you. In the Middle East, Iran's military threatening to launch an even larger missile attack against Israel. This after Iran has now sent at least 180 missiles into the country earlier today. You can hear the air raid sirens and then take a look. Israel says its defense system, this is the Iron Dome, it was able to destroy most of the firepower and there were no injuries. Meanwhile, Israel is responding to the attack.
This attack is a severe and dangerous escalation. There will be consequences. We will respond wherever, whenever, and however we choose.
And Israel already overnight launched a ground invasion into Lebanon against Hezbollah. Next week, on October 7th, that does mark the 1 year since Hamas's deadly attack in Israel. And there are several groups at the University of Maryland really hoping to commemorate the day, but in different ways. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live from College Park. And Daniel, a judge just today decided that the group of students known as the Students for Justice in Palestine can indeed hold a vigil.
Susan.
One month after the University of Maryland announced it would only host university-sponsored events on October 7th, a district judge said UMD can't deprive students of freedom of speech.
I think it was a good decision. I think that what was originally decided was kind of goes against a lot of what colleges tend to stand for.
The Council on American Islamic Relations and Palestine Legal took UMD to court on behalf of Students for Justice in Palestine. SJP initially was told it could hold a vigil on October 7th.
We're excited that the judge did the right thing and stood by the First Amendment. And there still may be tension, there still may be vigorous disagreement, but that's by design. That's what the First Amendment is for.
The university says it will abide by the court's decision and work with all registered student organizers. UMD will also implement a robust safety plan, including enhanced staffing and resources with a strong security presence. Under the court order, SJP must post a bond of $2,500 after the ruling said, quote, given that a reasonable prospect of violence and destructive content might occur.
We're planning to have a vigil and do a silent protest. We're not going to be interrupting anyone at McCudden Mall. It would just be demonstrating and mourning those 40 to 50,000 lives that are lost.
Now, we did get a statement from the UMD Jewish Student Union saying it respects the court's decision, but also, quote, simultaneously, it is shameful for UMD SJP to hijack this day to further their false and dangerous narrative. We mourn all innocent lives lost, both Israeli and Palestinian. SJP should not be distorting this day to further their false narrative.
All new tonight in the district, changes coming to D.C.'s cannabis laws. Council passed an amendment today putting new regulations on cannabis shops. The amendment was proposed by council members Brooke Pinto, Zach Parker, and Anita Bonds. One part of it amends current language to ban any packaging that could be appealing to children. The other part of the amendment gives daycares a say if a new cannabis shop wants to open up near them. The bill will now head to the mayor's desk for signature. It then has to undergo a congressional review.
Tonight in Virginia, Naomi Brooks Elementary School in Alexandria, it remains closed due to potential lead exposure. The campus has been closed since Friday. The school says it happened during a window replacement project, and crews are now working to clean the building. Tonight, there was a community video session so that families can learn more details. School officials describe the scope of testing that's now being done at the school.
We are absolutely testing all spaces within the building. We are going through a thorough cleaning remediation plan, and once the spaces are cleaned, we are doing what's called clearance testing that occurs after cleaning has been done to ensure that that remediation effort was impactful and effective.
Meanwhile, the health department says the only way to know if you have lead poisoning is by taking a blood test, which you can have done at your doctor's office. And they say high levels of lead in your system can cause headaches, loss of hearing, and stomach pains.
Coming up.